Role playing. Yes, we should do role playing more often. Initially, when I started role playing, or doing role play in sales training, when I was the not this trainer but the person being trained, like anything else, it feels very uncomfortable, because first of all, it's a very make-believe type of scenario that you're setting up, and now you're talking to the person across the table who's really your friend, and it becomes very uncomfortable when you do role playing. But what I found over time is that if you kind of get past the genericness of it, or the fact that it's an invented make-believe type of scenario, and if you can actually put yourself in the actual situation, kind of become like an actor, you actually become the protagonist and you actually begin to act the part. Role playing can be very, very vital in how you sell, because again, if you're doing it with somebody who really understands the product or the service, I think that it's more effective. Because if the other person is doing a good give and take, all of a sudden you start seeing where some of your flaws are in your conversation. For example, you think you understand your product's features and benefits, but all of a sudden in the role play, the person asks you a question that kind of catches you off guard. And that person is able to give you feedback. Hey, look, when I asked you this question, you had this reaction on your face. I don't know if you realize that you kind of look this, or maybe, look this way, or maybe when you're caught off guard, you tend to look down. And so if you're role playing with somebody, they can tell you things like this, or just the way you say certain things. So again, if you're doing role play, find somebody who knows the product just as well as you do, if not more, and role play with them. Again, it feels uncomfortable at the beginning, but kind of think of it as a game, kind of like, make believe when we were kids, we're just having these conversations. You be the pirate, I'll be the buccaneer type of thing, right? But once you're having fun with it and then you're having conversations, what happens at the same time is you're figuring out what to say, how to say it, you're getting feedback. But I think more importantly, you're programming your brain to, kind of record this stuff so it becomes very natural as you do it in front of a real live customer. So again, role playing is important. Initially, I didn't believe in it. Now I think it's essential. And especially when I do a lot of training today, one of the things I've incorporated more of is role playing, because people tell me yeah, Victor, I get it. I understand. I know all this stuff. I said, well, okay, let's do a little role play here. And all of a sudden you start seeing the chinks in their armor, where their weaknesses are, and I think even they're surprised of how much they don't know when you're doing a role play. Now, if I can spot it as a trainer doing a role play, do you think your customers are going to spot it as well, is what I typically ask them, and they go, yeah, you're right. Okay, let's role play. So let's just have fun with this. Let's not worry about who's watching or how uncomfortable it feels. Let's just role play. So role play has become now an integral part of my training program, so I highly recommend it. If you're not doing it today, I think you should. If you're driving from location to location and you're driving with somebody who knows the product, do some role play in the car. I think I used to do that as well in the past. And believe it or not, it kills a lot of time on the road, but also there's great benefit because you can ask the other person. So I usually say this: what do you say when they say that? And if you're hanging around veterans, they have some great lines because, again, they have more experience. They've been around the block a few times. So, role play as often as you can. Find people who know the product more than you do, and I think you're going to benefit greatly from role playing. Absolutely.